me, Brayman, and today, since St. Patrick's Day is coming up, I'm going to be drawing and teaching you how to draw a leprechaun. So let's get started. Alright, so what you're going to need, you're going to need something to draw with. So I have my number 2 HB pencil with the little eraser, and you also need something to erase with. So I have my big thick eraser here. You're going to need something to draw on. So I have a nice sheet of paper here. You're going to need something to outline your drawing, so I'm using an illustration pen. You can use a regular pen or black marker. And then you'll also need something to color with. So I'm going to be using my Sharpies today. You can use colored pencils, regular markers, crayons, pastels, pretty much anything. One thing I do want to say though is if your paper is really thin, like mine, you want to have something under it. So I'm using a piece of cardboard. You can do the same, or you can use more pieces of paper. Yeah. If you have cardstock, that's somewhat different because that doesn't exactly bleed through, but you still want to put something under it just in case. Alright, let's get started. So like I said, today we're going to be drawing a leprechaun. So, what we're going to start with is the head, and then we're going to work our way, down. Put the body in, do the legs, the arms, the hat, the beard, do all of that. So, let's see. We want to go towards the top of our paper, and we just want to put in a decent size circle, like this. Now it may look small to you, but on my paper it looks decently large. But just think about, depending on how big you want your body to be, you want to make your head just a little bit smaller than that. So then what we're going to do, because, here, let me zoom in actually so you can see better. We can't, since, people's heads aren't just exactly circle, we need to give them a little bit, longer, give them a chin and everything, and put in the jaw and that. So first what we're going to do is we're going to draw in the lines to show where the leprechaun's eyes are looking and where the eyes will be. So for mine it's going to be looking towards the left. So I'm just going to draw a curved line over here and continue that line kind of all throughout your drawing. So just draw it a little bit up for the hat and then draw it down quite a bit for the body and the legs. So we have that line there, and then we're going to put another one in right there. Okay, so those are kind of our lines. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw some straight lines coming out of the head. Circle like that, and like that. Okay, and then we're going to, let's bring it down just a little bit more. But then we're going to kind of curve it into this line here. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then we can go round off. Just kind of reinforce the circle. Adjust the chin, and draw if you need to. But that's pretty good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put in just a simple shape for the leprechaun's beard. For the leprechaun's beard, it's not really on the cheeks or on the upper lip, no mustache, that kind of thing, at least the way I draw it. But it kind of goes on the outside, so it'll make more sense once I show you. So first let's put in the ears. So right over here we can just draw a curved line, bring it back into the head like this. Do the same thing on the other side. We can make it smaller though, because you don't get to see as much. And then we're going to put in the beard. So it's kind of rounded, kind kind of pointy, just a little bit of both. So we're gonna go here right by the ear on the left side. We're gonna start the line up here. We're gonna draw it down across the ear, and then we're going to have it curve out like that. Okay? And then we can curve it around. That's a little too curved. We don't want it pointing up all the way. And then make sure to go just a little bit more down towards the center where the chin is. And then go higher up back towards the ear. So now that we're on the other side, we're going to do the opposite. We're just going to curve it up past the ear, like that. And we can just, round it just a little bit. Give a little bit of a point. Underneath the chin. And that will turn into our leprechaun's beard. Before we do anything else, before we go into the body, I just want to draw a line for the hat so we know where that'll be. So we're just going to draw a curved line that just goes like this. And that'll help us with the brim of the hat. It probably won't be that long. And then we'll just draw a little bit of a rectangle. So we'll just pop that right in, so we have a base there, so that'll help us do more of the hat. Alright, so now we need to put in the chest area. This will be kind of like a rectangle, but it's going to be tapered just a little bit, so it'll be smaller on the bottom than the top. So we can go ahead and draw our neck in, but you won't really see it unless you want it to. You can have it stick out. But if I were to imagine the neck right here, alright, now I'm going to put my shoulders, the shoulder line, right here. Okay. And then let's stop the chest right down here. So then what we'll do is we can draw a line down, draw a line down, make this just a little thicker. So there, that gives us our kind of chest area, and you can erase the neck since we don't need that anymore. Alright, let's put in the legs before we do anything else, because the legs are a little bit more complicated, and then we can put in the arms and work on the details and stuff. So following this line, we're going to have his right leg straight, and it's gonna follow this line, so we're just gonna draw it up like that for now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw from the start of the other leg. It's going to kind of be curved behind his other leg, because he's going to be leaning on his cane, so he'll have the other foot behind him. So what it's going to do is it's going to start straight, but then it's going to bend like this. Okay, and then we'll have it go behind. Here's the end of the pant leg. We can bring this back up. If it helps for you, you can draw the lines through. So here, this is what we'll do. We'll draw the line through. We'll have it come back. We'll bend it up, and then we'll draw a line like this. So this will be so there, that kind of connects everything. So you can go and erase that line. You can erase the wrong lines. You can erase these two lines here. Now, if you're not happy with what you have, you can pause the video, you can go back and fix it, because I'm sure I say this a lot, but if you don't have your basics down the way you want them, the end result is not gonna work out. Alright, so let's put in the feet. So we're gonna start with the back one, because that one's a little different than this one. So we're just going to draw a curved line like this. Then we're going to draw a straight line like this. And another straight line that bends like this. Okay? Then we'll draw a curve to get the shoe. We'll draw another line that starts to go up like this. And then we'll draw a similar curved line to this one that connects back. So there's the back foot. Alright, now we're going to do the front foot. So we'll draw 2 lines down like this to make this line longer. We'll draw a line like this, and then we'll draw the same curved line as over here, and then that should connect like that. Okay? Alright, now that we have the legs, we're going to put in the arms. So we're going to start with the left arm. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw a line like this. Okay, and then we're going to draw another one that goes like that. And we can top it off right there. This is the arm that will be holding the cane, and this is, you know, how he's kind of leaning on it, hence the, you know, the back leg there. So we have the one arm. Now let's do the other arm. Now, the other arm is kind of bent, and like he's holding his belt, or like hand in his pocket kind of thing. So we're going to draw a line that goes like this, but then it's going to bend the other way and go like that. And then we can draw the line here, we can make it thicker, and we can draw the line there, we can kind of just round out his elbow. So that, here if I zoom out, that's pretty much what it'll look like. Okay, so now, let's put his hands in. So the one hand here will be holding the cane, so we can just draw kind of an oval shape here, like this. Okay, and then we'll go into detail with that later. And then for this hand, we'll do the same thing. We'll draw just an oval shape. Okay? So now that we have all the basics, we're going to go into the details starting with the face, and then we'll work our way down. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so before we do anything, let's put in the nose. This will help us, you know, figure out where to put the eyes and everything. So with the nose, if it helps, if things are too messy, just kind of go in and erase some of those, like the circle line. We don't need that. And you can always erase some of that curved line here. Just put this back in. Okay. Alright, so let's put in the nose. Yeah, I know, he does kind of look like Abraham Lincoln right now. We'll fix that. Alright, so we're going to draw a line right here that curves just a little bit at the bottom, and then we'll draw the other line like this. Give him a nice big nose. Actually, let's cut off just some of that. There we go. Okay? Alright, now we're going to put in the eyes. So, right about here, we're just going to draw in a circle. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to draw a tiny circle in there, and a tiny circle in there, and then we give him some eyebrows. So we're gonna go up here, and we're just gonna draw a curved line, and then we'll draw the line over the eye, and curve around, and there we've got an eyebrow. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Go. And there's his other eyebrow. Now since we're up here, before we do the mouth, I want to show you the ears. So what we can do is we can draw a line like this, and then we can draw a backwards C. And that gives like the little detailed line of the ears. And I'll do the same thing over here. We'll draw the line and the backwards C. Okay, now we're going to do the mouth. So when I draw him, I have his mouth open and his teeth showing. You can follow me. You can have his mouth closed. You can have his mouth wide open. It's up to you. But I'm going to draw him with teeth. So if you want to do that, follow along. So what we're going to do first is we're going to draw a line like this, and then we're going to curve it a little more on the right side than the left side, like that. We're going to draw a curved line. This is the dimple. And then what we're going to do is on the other side, we're going to start a little bit more this way, so not as long as this side. We're going to give some room for the teeth, but we're going to draw a line here, and we're going to we're going to give that curve that goes back into the dimple. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the teeth. So, we're going to have the top teeth a little bit over the bottom teeth. So we're going to draw a line like this, and we're going to draw a straight line that goes back just a little bit. Curve. And then what we're going to do, all we have to do here is just draw a line like that. And there, he's got teeth. And I'm just going to draw a line right there, because that's where I'm going to give him a gold tooth. Okay, so let's do the hat now. So first we're going to put in the brim. So this line here, this is going to be the top of the hat. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to draw the, make it thicker, because it's not just a line there. So we're going to draw a line behind the ear that goes up and around. And then it goes flat here, and then it curves around right here. And we can draw that line there just to show the fold. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to, all we have to do really is put in the buckle. So we're going to start by drawing a large square rectangle ish shape, and then we're going to draw another similar square rectangle inside. Now you can stop here, but some buckles, they have this little oval piece here, so I'm going to put that into mine. You can if you want to, you don't have to. I just think it makes it look cooler, more realistic. So, yeah, there's the buckle, and then what we're going to do is we draw this strap of leather, and it's going to, at least mine is going to stick out from the actual hat. Then we'll do the same on the other side. Again, it's sticking out from the actual hat. And then, we can just kind of, make these lines darker, give the top a nice curve, and we've got the hat. So now, I want to work on the beard just a little bit. So right here where his chin is, we're just going to draw a line up, do the same thing on the other side, and then just give some squiggly lines. And then on these lines here, we'll go down We'll give a nice squiggly line, squiggly line, squiggly line. Give this a curve. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Squiggly line, zigzag. There we go. And then we'll go around the outside, and right here, around these curves, we'll give some straggly lines. Put the point of the beard right here. Then we'll go to the other side and give some squiggly lines. Alright. So there's the beard. So if it helps, you can erase here, you can erase here, inside the beard, and with the tops of the beard, it kind of goes just straight up. So there you go. We've got our leprechaun's face. So now we're gonna do the chest and arms, and hands, and then we'll pretty much be done. Let's work on the chest. So my leprechaun is wearing a vest, so I'm going to draw that. You can just follow along, draw the labels, add your own stuff if you want it to be a jacket. I'm going to do a vest, so you can follow me if you want to. You don't have to. So what we're going to do is right here, we're going to draw a triangle. But then we're going to continue this side just a little bit longer, so it looks like a backwards Y. And then we're going to draw this line down, and then it's going to angle like this. So this is one side of the vest. And then the other side, we'll give it just a little bit more. Okay, like that. One thing we'll do here is we'll make the vest just a little bit bigger than the sleeve. So we'll make sure it's a little bit taller. We'll do the same thing over here, like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the labels. So right here, we're going to draw a line that goes like this. We'll go back in, then we'll go out again, and then it'll go back in. Let's make that a little wider and longer. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video, do what you need to do, and then unpause. It's totally okay. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but it'll be fully visible because this one's on top. So we'll draw a line out, try to make it symmetrical, line out, then back in, then line out again, and back in, connecting right there at that point. And then you can draw the buttons. So just one here, maybe one here, put one there, and one there. Alright, then you can go in, erase this line, erase this line, because we have that. Erase this line here, this line, this line. So now we gotta do the arm. So there's really not much to do on most of the arm except when we get to the hand, like right around the wrist. So we're going to draw a line here that sticks out just a little bit. And then we're going to draw angled lines that go back in. Okay? These are like the cuffs of the sleeves. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a little dip like that. And then you can erase that. And then we're going to draw a little circle here for a button. Okay, and while we're over here, let's just do the hand. So, first, lightly go over it and just lightly erase it, because we still want to be able to see it, but not so dark that we can't put details on top. So we're gonna follow the same shape, really, on this side anyway, until we get about here. Because then we're going to draw a line down, and then on this side we're going to draw in this line right here, which will represent his thumb. I'm gonna shorten his arm just a little bit. His elbow is too pointy. Alright, and now we're going to do the other side. And like I said, same thing. So we draw the line that sticks out, draw the tapered lines, put in the dip, erase the line, and draw the button. Now, before we do the hand, I want to put in the cane. So, we need to see his feet. So we're going to just draw an angled line like this to right about there. Okay? Alright, now we're going to do the hand. So we're going to draw one knuckle, and just draw a nice curved line there. Here, I can zoom. Oops, I can zoom in now. So we have one knuckle. We can draw a second knuckle and a third knuckle. And since it's a cartoon, he's only going to have 4 fingers. And then we can draw the thumb and kind of just stick it right in there. Okay, and then we're just going to make the cane thicker. Then again, you can make the cane taper, and then we're just going to draw a little line right there, and I'm going to color that part gold. Okay. Now that is pretty much it. There is our Leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to write the date. And sign your name. Alright, there you go. Now, all that's left is to outline and color it. So here we go. there you go. There's your outlined and colored leprechaun. One thing I wanted to point out is that right here, I decided to draw a 3-leaf clover pin. I thought it was just pretty fitting. So that was really the only thing. That and if you want to make the pants a little more realistic, you can draw the pocket. That's it. So there you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Until next time, I'm Brayman. See you guys. Bye.